compassionate God is enough, and He protects Tukaram, and He protects Tukaram. God is there, 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 God is there. May Lord Pandurang be victorious. May Bharat Mata be victorious. My dear brothers and sisters, the great famous Saint Tukaram is the composer of this basic poem. Saints are the salt of the earth. It is by the prayer of the whole society that saint is sent to this world by God to show mankind the path which leads to liberation. Through the example of his own life, saints show how divine precepts can be adopted in daily life. Such a great saint is Saint Tukaram. Dear brothers and sisters, saints like Tukaram hollow this world. Whenever man forgets the ultimate purpose of life, saints appear, and with a certain tide of their devotion, they redirect the path of humanity. They come to show open doors towards Godhead to one and all. My dear brothers and sisters, in today's poem, Saint Tukaram expresses his firm belief in the existence of God. In the first line of the poem, Tukaram says, God is there, all pervading within and without. My Lord Panduranga is in existence, no doubt, and He has pervaded the whole universe. In the second line, Saint Tukaram says that God is the inner self of all the creatures. The existence of ourselves is a doubtless proof for the existence of God. In the last line, Tukaram says, compassionate God is enough, and He protects Tukaram. Friends, this is the literal meaning of the poem. In the discourse of my today's Kirtan, we will deal with the topic on the existence of God. I request your attention to what I explain. Shall request your attention. Request your attention. Existence of the God to be discussed. Existence of the God to be discussed. Always doubtful you are. Always doubtful you are. Nobody able to show this is the God. My dear brothers and sisters, I shall first try to express the grounds for our belief in the existence of God. They may be classified under 4 heads. The first is rational argument. Second, moral argument. Third, spiritual authority. And fourth, mystical experience. The traditional proofs for the existence of God are the ontology, the cosmology, and the teleology. They are 3 in numbers. One of them is logical and the other two are the imperial witnesses to God. Friends, according to the first, that is ontology, we get an idea of the God as clear, distinct and adequate. According to this, God is perfect as it is described in our Upanishad. The author says in Madhyam, Purnamada Purnamidam Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. May Lord Gopal Krishna be victorious. The literal meaning of this version is, He is the complete whole. Even if many complete units emanate from Him, He remains the complete balance. From this idea of God is perfection, His existence follows. Friends, we know that we are imperfect and we all wish to be perfect. It indicates that we are a part and a parcel of a perfect thing. If perfect thing was not in existence, we cannot have a wish to be perfect. So as we want to be perfect, there must be something that is all perfect. And that all perfect thing is nothing but God. Moreover, describes in Arya, we know we imperfect. We know we imperfect. And we all try to be perfect. And we all try to be perfect. This follows clearly. This follows clearly. Existence of the King perfect. Rama, 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 Hare Hare, Rama, 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 Sita Pate, Rama, My dear brothers and sisters, the second is the cosmological argument. It is based on the law of cause and effect. The world consists of finite, imperfect objects. They all are the necessary effects of discoverable causes. There is an invariable relation between the cause and the effect. It means that we cannot separate the cause and effect. They are always together. Where there is an effect, there is a cause. And where there is no cause, no effect is possible. This is called Vyapti example. According to the Nyaya science, this Vyapti, that is invariability, is based on Anvay Vyatirik relation. Standard example in this respect is Sharja. Yatra yatra bhumaha tatra tatra vannihi. Friends, we know that where there is smoke, fire is always there. This is called Vyapti example. Here, smoke is the effect and fire is the cause. And they are based on Anvay Vyatirik relation. Anvay means Karya Sattvam, Karana Sattve. Where there is effect, there is a cause. And Vyatirek means Karana Bhave, Karya Bhavaha. Where there is no cause, no effect is possible. And this logical relation between Anvay Vyatirek is called law of causation. Technically, we call it cosmological argument. According to this, all the objects in the world are the necessary effects of discoverable causes. Friends, even a table and chair have some or the other creator. Even if we don't know who the creator is, we consider that it is created by someone. In the same way, the whole world, the animals, beautiful birds, innumerable plants, innumerable rivers, infinite oceans, giant mountains, everything, the whole universe is created by an infinite mind. And that infinite mind is nothing but God. Our thought forces us back to avoid infinite regrets for the first cause. I quote here an important statement from the book of Science and Theology. The author states, if however the mind brings itself to admit the first cause, the rest is easy. If it denies the first cause, then the problem admits of no conceivable solution. It can be urged that neither can be the first cause be adequately conceived, but once again, are we not sometimes bound to believe what we cannot conceive? And that first cause which has to be accepted is God. The God is the unmoved mover. The same is expressed in Gita Shastra in a different manner. Lord Krishna says, Madhyam. Ishwar sarvabhutana riddeshorjuna tishthavi dhamayan sarvabhutani yantrarudhani mayaya. May Lord Gopal Krishna be victorious. Lord Krishna says, Arjuna, God abides in the heart of all the creatures. He makes them move and revolve according to their karma by His elusive power, as if they are maintained on a machine. Friends, a famous author, Salgaonkar, in one of his poems, he says that I never request God to prove His existence, because the giant ocean, the pitter-patter rain, the compassionate touch of the wind, the sweet fragrance of the flowers are all incarnations of the God Himself. So, neglecting His adorable incarnations and telling Him to prove Himself, isn't it weird? So, we have to accept the God. We have to praise the God in the form of His creation. Dear brothers and sisters, the third one is the teleological argument, or the argument of the design. We notice the prevalence of law and order everywhere in this universe. It exhibits the science of design, plan and purpose. For example, the sun, moon and earth rotate around themselves and revolve around each other in a particular time and manner. The orbit, speed, time of the revolution and rotation, the distance between the earth and the moon, the distance between the earth and the sun, the slanted axis of earth, sea level, everything is just perfect. Even a small mistake can destroy the whole world. This shows that there is a genius commander behind all this management. So friends, Browning, a philosopher, says that though master is aloof, the signs of his presence multiply from the roof to the basement of the building. The signs of the God, his adorable creations, are the significance of his existence, and we know them at each and every step. But still, man is not ready to accept God, to believe God. Saint Tukaram also expresses the same in a different manner. He asks, Shadja, कृपाळो देवासी कृपाळो देवासी Saint Tukaram says that the God is the sustainer of the whole universe. He produces milk in the chest of a mother as soon as the child is born. Trees grow even in hot summer. God himself waters them. So God is the only sustainer of the whole universe. Do remember him always, says Saint Tukaram. I remember one incident in this respect. Once, King Shivaji was engaged in erecting one of his forts. Thousands of workers were appointed. Ego entered Shivaji's mind. He started thinking that he was the only protector and the only sustainer of all the hundreds and thousands of workers. All of a sudden, his Guru Ramdas Swami appeared before him, and he ordered Shivaji to cut a particular big stone. The order was immediately followed, and the big stone was cut into two pieces. Friends, to everyone's amazement, they saw a small frog sitting inside in a proportional area filled with enough water. Samarth Ramdas thanked Shivaji for being the protector and the supplier of food and water of the grown, even in the unseen part of the stone. But Shivaji, he immediately understood the significance of the taunt of Samarth Ramdas speaking. His state of ego was immediately removed. This encounter shows the existence of law and order, plan and purpose, maintainer and sustainer in the whole universe. That's why in Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna says, Aham sarvasya prabhavaha mattas sarvam pravartate. I am the source of creation and the whole world moves because of me. In one of his commentaries, Jnaneshwar declares that Madhyam To Vishwashresa Bharata Meethi Gayet Pandu Sota Me Gosari Samarta Me Gosari Samarta Trailokya Vata. Dear brothers and sisters, there is no need to translate this. The version is self-speaking. So to sum up all the points, we come to a conclusion that behind this cosmic law and order, there is an infinite mind, that is God. More valuable than these rational arguments are the moral arguments. Kant is a world-famous philosopher. Kant regards God as the postulate of ethics. Morality demands the union of happiness and virtues. And Kant brings in God from without to guarantee this union. Kant affirms that moral duties are to be viewed as the commands of God. Friends, there are thinkers who think that God is a positive fiction. God is a useful fiction. Belief is the most important proof in the existence of God. It provides shelter from external and internal difficulties and anxieties. It stimulates our moral endeavors. So friends, the rational and moral arguments may not carry convictions, but they suggest that God is a possibility. So, let's turn to the scripture's testimony and ultimately to mystical experiences. So, dear brothers and sisters, what are scriptures? They are the highest truths. They are the sacred writings in which the highest truths are recorded, which are believed to be revealed by God to the prophets and sense of various religions. According to Hinduism, Vedas are such scriptures. Truth embodies in them, and they must be accepted with implicit faith. Vedas are infallible, and their authority is taken to be final and absolute. There are innumerable versions in Vedas describing the existence of God. One of them is as follows. Madhyam. Ishavastamidam saivam satkincha jagatyam jagata kena tyaktena bhunjithaha marda kasya svedham. May Lord Ramachandra be victorious. May Goddess Shanta Durga be victorious. The meaning of this version is, all this whatsoever moves in this universe, including the universe itself moving, is intuited or pervaded or clothed by the Lord. That renounce those should enjoy, covet not anybody's wealth. Jnaneshwar declares that all the four Vedas, the six systems of senses, the 18 Puranas, describe only Lord Hari, who is the cause of the whole universe. In Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna says, Vedesha sarvai dhameva vedyo. I am alone is the noble thing by the study of Vedas. So, on the basis of authority of Vedas, existence of God should be accepted. Now, let's turn to the mystical experiences, which are supposed to be the ultimate testimony for the existence of God. Dear brothers and sisters, it is rightly held that if you see God, then only you can truly believe in Him. No further proof, no further evidence is needed. It is the direct, immediate, the spiritual experience, the mystical version of God that constitutes the most important evidence in the existence of God. Many experiences can be quoted here. In a book called Life of Ramakrishna, Swami Vivekananda expresses one of his experiences. He says, in the twinkling of the eye, he placed his right foot on my body. The touch once gave rise to a novel experience within me. Everything in that room, the walls and everything, the whole universe, along with my individuality, whirled rapidly and vanished to a void, a zero. I was terribly frightened. I thought I was facing the death, and I was unable to control myself. Dear brothers and sisters, by almost all the saints like Tukaram, Jnaneshwar, Eknath, Namdev, Narahari, such mystical experiences have been described in black and white in their writings. Friends, proving the existence of God is beyond the limit of science. The aim of art is to copy the nature. That of science is to control its material aspects, and that of philosophy is to know its super material conditions and to reach where the matter ends. Science is obviously great, but spirituality is the greatest. Science understands much of the intermediate phase, of the things that we call nature, of which science is itself a product. But science knows nothing about the origin and the destiny of nature. Who or what made the sun and gave his rays their aligned power? Who or what made and bestowed upon the ultimate particles of matter their wondrous power? Science does not know the answer of such mysteries. Though tried again and again, it remains unanswered. So, my dear brothers and sisters, the whole discussion makes us to believe the existence of God. In the basic poem, Saint Tukaram has expressed his firm belief in the existence of God. He says, कोई से